How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Iron King Inc. YouTube channel. Behind me, a burned Caterpillar 950H. Come on, let's go take a closer look. A little bit of deja vu from the last video. Same place. This thing was sitting up in their, what they call the dead row. I guess supposedly they just did a powertrain rebuild on this machine, and then must have got a piece of trash on the exhaust or something, and it got a little toasty. It's a 2010, 2008, around that area, 950H, and it was operating before it got caught on fire and burned. Honestly, it doesn't look like it's in that bad of condition. Like, lift arms, everything looks okay. It's somehow lifted up still. Cylinders aren't leaking too bad. This side definitely got a little bit warmer than the other side. Now, when you were loading this machine out of sight, did it roll or anything like that, or was it skidding the tires?
Oh, it rolled totally free.
Okay, so this one rolls.
Yep, this one rolls. Nothing's locked up, nothing's happening. Yep, all four tires.
And you have it locked in over here, right, on this special lock?
Yep.
So on these machines, they have a lock right here, because this machine pivots in the center, right? So what they do is, when they're prepping for transport, or whatever they're gonna do, they lock this beam right here, which basically locks the machine into one so it can't wiggle around. So I think what the plan is we're gonna get that big Yankum rope again, we're gonna get that 8045 underground truck, and we're gonna hook straight up to the front of this thing and probably just pull it straight off the low bed. Let's see how that works. All right, well, we didn't film this one, but we have a 950G from the same place that got delivered here today too. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna unhook the Yankum off of the 950, throw it in the back of the 8045, and then just kind of do the same thing. I did find out something kind of cool. It's like a tightrope. Can you do the tightrope thing? What do you think, Robert?
You think I can do it?
Yeah, you're a hippie, right?
Not really.
Oh! Oh, come on, Mr. Motocross Star, you can do it. Fail.
You think you can actually walk on it?
I don't know. All right, we'll go back this thing up. Off. She a little jammed in there. There you go.
I see.
Oh, fail. Ouch. I'll go and back this thing up to that machine, we'll get it pulled off. way better than that Volvo. See, cat machines, at least when they're dead, they're way less of a pain in the ass to move. All right, so it's the next day, and I want to take a closer look at what I've bought back here. So yesterday we got pretty busy and didn't have time to take a really in-depth look at this machine, but we're going to go ahead and do that now. So this is a 2007 950H. So this is the predecessor to the M. I want to say it's the M and then the K, and this is the newer machine than the G, so it's right in between. Great year for these machines. They had all the modern amenities, but they didn't have a lot of that emission stuff that you get on the newer equipment, which I know a lot of you guys gripe about in the comments. So this is what they call probably the last of the greats, or the last of the non-emissions machines. If you can't tell, it had a little bit of fire damage. She got a little bit toasty. The cab is partially intact, but the brunt of the fire was definitely in the engine bay here. I don't know what we're gonna do with this engine yet. It seems, I can't tell, because it definitely got hot, right? Okay, it got warm here, like by the exhaust, but if you look really close, the valve cover is still intact. I really wish we could find it. Here's the dipstick. I wonder if there's any oil in it. Yeah, look at that, it's full of oil. And it's crunchy, but I think most of this material right here is actually from the dipstick tube itself. So it still has oil, so potentially this could be a good core for rebuilding, or parting it out, getting a good block, good crank. We just gotta make sure that it wasn't compromised by the fire. Hood is obviously trashed. No good. Door still works. These coolers don't look too bad. That could be worse. It's sooty. It's definitely sooty, but it doesn't look like it's been like super badly heat damaged. Not sure how that opens up here. Just like that. Doesn't look too bad there. Backup camera. Weird. It's like the heat was in different space or different places, and it's like, here's your backup alarm. Got a little bit warm, a little crunchy. I'm just kind of going through right now, seeing what we can save, what we have to throw in the scrap bin, and what is potentially rebuildable. Now, I'm still, see, look at this side of the engine. Oh, this door won't come off. Maybe it will. So like lift up. Oh, it does, it lifts up, but it's like so fire damaged. Look inside there, you can still see the tag on it, and it's still yellow. C7, Oil filter's still on it. I wonder if the alternator still spins. Nope, I don't want to get all that fiberglass all over me too. These tires, honestly, for what these are, I think these are still usable tires because they're that solid rubber that we'll talk about later in the video. But they seem like these could still be used in some form or fashion, and maybe another transfer station or something. So I think there's definitely some value here. Let's check out the cab. See what's it got warm, but the seat is still there, so that's kind of funky. So I want to say the fire, this is what they were telling me, is the fire started behind here and blew up into the cab area. That's why it's all sooty up in here. Seat is kind of there. The levers still work. So it didn't get crazy hot, but it got hot enough to melt the plastic. Steering wheel still works, kinda. Shifter still works. Look at that. I'll bet you we could plug that into a machine right now and it'd work. Maybe not for long. Switches still work. That's no good. Vents are kind of okay. No getting that out. Kind of stuck in there. Hard hat had a bad day. The front end of this machine is really where I think a lot of the value is here. We have a nice set of 950H lift arms, tilt cylinder. All these cylinders look like they're in very good shape still. No major pitting in any of the rods. They don't even leak. Good there. That seal is split right there. But I think a lot of the value is right here. And nothing got touched by the fire that I can see. I am really, really hoping to find out if that power shift transmission is any good. That will be a awesome winner if we can pop this cab off, take a look underneath here, and see if that transmission is still good. That'll be an awesome rebuilder, something to have on our shelf for our customers. Where's the fuel tank on this thing? Oh, it's right here. Think there's any fuel in it? Kind of good, it still has the cap on it. Maybe that's hydraulic. It's got to be diesel. That's got to be fuel. Can't really see in there. There's no rust. So if that is our fuel tank, it's probably in pretty good shape. That'll be cool. Come on. Come on, freaking thing. Oh, she's all busted. It's all busted right there. Good enough. Steering cylinders got a little warm. There's nothing left of that. All these hoses in here got burned. I can't tell yet if that transmission's any good. I really hope it is. So this is a 950G, pretty much just like the 950H, except for a few years older. And this one was not a burn victim. It was, however, a blown engine victim. And what happens at these big companies is they'll run these machines for 10, 15 years or up to a certain amount of hours and then say, okay, after that, we're done. There is no fixing it. We're gonna park it and we're gonna buy something new to keep production up. So when I looked at this one, if you notice, there is no front lift frame on it. That's been taken off. There is, however, a tilt cylinder. We can go check out that closer a little bit. Oh, there is. So, okay. So we have 2 lift cylinders, tilt cylinder, and these are not leaking up here. This one's leaking a little bit, and we can actually see a little bit of scratching here on the rod. But we still have at least something we can get re-chromed, rebuilt, and put on another machine to keep going. All right, I also want to mention In the last video that we pulled the Volvo off of the low bed trailer, a lot of you guys were asking what the solid tires were used for. And these are a solid rubber tire that are mainly used in transfer stations, landfills, places where you're gonna get a lot of material that could potentially pop an air tire. I'm actually gonna bring you guys closer up to that Volvo and show you exactly why they run solid tires. All right, so here's the Volvo that we brought in on the last video that you guys saw where we pulled this machine off of that low bed trailer. Check out this piece of steel. This thing has penetrated all the way into this rubber and spiked it. And the main reason that, like I said before, that they run these hard tires is that can happen and you can still keep going. And honestly, it doesn't really affect what they're doing. It just is what the tire is made for. It's made to be punctured by metal objects or whatever object there is, and you can keep using your tires and you can keep the loader up and running. Okay, so here is where we were at with these two machines. These machines will be parted out. There is no fixing them. They're either too far fire damage to repair, or the hours do not, how should I put this nicely? The hours don't reflect what we could resell this machine for in the future if we were to fix it and repair. The value's not there for a repair. The value is in the parts and components, and the value is also in the customer too, to where we can keep feeding our customers parts and components to where they keep calling us back and ordering more stuff from us. As a lot of you guys know, parts are not easy to find nowadays, and they're very expensive. So if we can keep helping our customers with affordable parts, more equipment, and parts that you can actually buy, because a lot of parts on these machines are not available anymore. So, as always, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna wrap this video up right here on these two machines. We have a lot more coming up for you guys, so please stick around. As always, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions about either of these machines, throw it down in the comments section. And if you want to see more stuff like this or like that, subscribe to our channel. I'll see you guys in the next one.